Dhole, if you stop licking my toes, that would be awesome. Stop it! Hey! Come here! Come here! Okay. Hi, welcome to Smith and Short Dogs. I'm Smith, she's Short, and we have dogs. This week we took a trip up to Wyoming, Riverton specifically, to visit Short's family and pick up her saddle. On the way back, we took a side trip to Colorado Springs to visit Ray Allen Manufacturing. The side trip added 3 hours and 45 minutes and about 250 to 300 miles to the trip, and had us going through an ice storm on Raton Pass, despite the fact it's the middle of July. At Ray Allen, we got to meet with Matt Wilson, who gave us a tour of the facilities. Y'all may know Ray Allen as the premier manufacturer of dog sports equipment in the United States. They're used by the federal government, state agencies. The Navy SEALs also use them. They also have several sub-brands that Matt walked us through.
I can make the prototypes, I can build the cool thing, and then I get to give it off for production. Hey guys, my name is Matt Wilson, and this is Ray Allen Manufacturing. Ray Allen Manufacturing was made in 1948 in Colorado Springs, right down the street from us. It started as a tack company making gear, saddles, everything like that for the Donkey Brigade at which is now Fort Carson, which was called Kit Carson back then. 1947, they decided to bring dogs into Kit Carson, and during that time, they went to Ray, since he was already making leather for us, or for them, and asked him if he could make a leash and a collar. So when new handlers came in, they got $1. They went to Ray's shop, they got the collar and the leash, and Ray Allen Manufacturing was born. In the 90s, we moved into this building. We've been here ever since, and I'll take them tour through the facility. Over here we have our cutting operation for nylon and some of the other situations. So at Ray Allen, we have a couple different, I guess industries. Since you guys are mostly Schutzen, we deal obviously with like jute from Germany. We build all the sleeves here and all that kind of stuff, but we also have other categories like bite suits, muzzles, all the nylon equipment, leashes, collars, harnesses, everything like that. So, we have a bunch of different operations in one operation to make all the dog gear for you guys. Over here, we have a 2-head laser cutter. We CAD draw all of our designs into the computer. By CAD drawing it, we take away a lot of the unnecessary human error when it comes to cutting. When it comes to our rolled goods, if they're not open, you can see crafted in the USA. We use a lot and almost exclusively USA made rolled goods. The reason is because one, USA material, we're a USA company, we're very proud of that. We're very proud to be making almost all of our equipment in the United States. Besides things like obviously we don't make kennels, we bring in a lot of other people's stuff like pseudo narcotics and stuff like that, but when it comes to our rolled goods, we pick USA made because we're proud to be made in the USA. Behind him over here you can see the other rolled goods, which is the strapping goods. Those strapping goods come in rolls, also come in USA made, and so he cuts all the parts. How we build everything is we do not do what's called piecework manufacturing, which is the most common manufacturing way, which is one person gets a stack of one thing. You'll see in a lot of like TikTok videos where they're making stuff and they're just like blah, and next and blah, and next, and they just do the same thing all day. We don't want that, so we do what's called completion work. So what we do is we take a product, we take all of it. You'll have all the parts kind of built into it, all the different things. Each sewer knows exactly what is in here, and so they take it from start to finish. So if there's one,
it's one. I will say artisan or one craftsman.
does the product from start to finish.
100%.
Right.
Yep.
So
And every operator knows how to make everything.
Right.
And so like they don't ever get bored.
So,
if they want to make 100 collars, they can make 100 collars. Or if they want to make harnesses or whatever, they can kind of choose. The other reason why we do that is we have worked in a lot of movies. We obviously work with the government pretty closely, police officers and stuff. And it gives them a lot of pride when they're watching John Wick and they see the harness they made.
yeah, I made that.
So
excellent.
they get to be really excited about that, and that is something that we love because that gives them that purpose that's more than just a paycheck. They can actually really love what they do. Throughout the facility, you guys will see now moving on to like other things like leather. We use only North American cattle or Canadian cattle. The reason is because it's cold. When you look at leather, one thing that you want to look at is what's called the grain. So when you can take like a bag, or if you're at a store and you grab a bag, you can fold the leather, and if you start seeing that there's like cracking in the grain, that's what you don't want, and that means that it was kind of southern hemisphere cows. Okay. The reason why that's important is when water gets on this, water gets off of this.
Right.
That's why they only use thick.
So you're using full grain leather, you're not shaving it down at all?
Nope.
Nice.
Because we want to make sure, obviously we have different ounces for what we're doing, depending on like, our muzzle's made out of thicker, material, where it's something like a collar's made out of thinner material, and we have kind of a bunch of different options. Sustainability is important to us also.
Right.
We want to make sure that we're not adding a bunch of material and scrap to the junkyard that's not needed. So we get these big rolls that's called spun bun. It's a part of the padding that goes in the sleeves and the suits that we make. The pieces that are like too small to fit in a suit get cut into these little chunks. They get put through an industrial shredder, and then this is what we use to pack up all of the tugs, wedges,
nice.
Pillows, everything like that. So we like have zero waste when it comes to a lot of the material. Even like the leather that you guys saw before, that gets shipped off to our Amish vendors so that they can make whatever they want with it, and so that we're not just throwing it away.
Excellent.
So yeah, this is our nylon department. Our nylon department, which is everything from collars, leashes, harnesses, fanny packs, anything that could be wrapped around a dog with nylon is all in this section. When I started here 10 years ago, there was 4 sewing machines and 1 cutter, and I was the cutter. And it has grown to this. Most of them are on break right now. There's 2, we have 2 shifts. The 2 shifts started because of COVID. Me and the manufacturing manager made a huge mistake. We saw the mask mandate coming, and so I designed a mask out of Cordura that I was like, oh, this would be cool, and we're gonna put them online for 1 day, and it shut down our website 6 times. We ended up selling like 6,000 muzzles in less than a couple hours, and we were like, oh shit. So then we turned into a mask making company for about a week. And unfortunately, because of that, we were like, hey, we got to do overtime, and we don't do mandatory overtime for anybody. They can choose to do overtime if they want to, and we felt kind of really bad about that, so we made it a 2-shift thing. So we have a shift that comes in at 6:30 in the morning, which is this shift that goes till 3 p.m. And then we have a shift that goes from 3 p.m. to 11:30 at night, and that's Monday through Friday. This side is our sleeve department. This makes the hard bite sleeves, shirts and sleeves that you guys love, is all made over here. And also things like our ram muzzle, which is our most popular muzzle. The ram muzzle, which is our most popular muzzle, it's used all around the world. We have the muzzle, Will Chesney, which is the U.S. Navy SEAL that his dog took down Bin Laden. His muzzle, that's the Rayon one, is in the Navy SEAL Museum.
Nice.
So we have, these muzzles are all around the world, used every day in special operations, and also, in just normal everyday work for police and to teach muzzle biting or fighting. We have giant, big standing sewing machines that are able to punch through that muzzle, with open arms, so we can get the cylinder around it. Everything that we buy when it comes to equipment and everything like that is all built for a purpose on building this equipment. This is the most high-speed,
low drag,
gotcha, glue room you've ever seen in your life. It's just Beautiful. Just kidding. You can't look at that. How dare you?
It's full of glue.
Back in the day, this side used to literally, this was rail. This was the manager's office. The manager that is over there was in this office right here.
They're slowly taking over the block.
100%. So, you know,
we got a little bit of that going on.
Yeah, they like bought the building, and then it's just like slow, you know, or shipping was on that side, and then it slowly jumped that way, and then now we're taking over, and it keeps getting bigger, and we're running out of room, and it's.
We're kind of doing the same thing. We understand.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is our leather department is over here. Kevin over here has been with the company for 37 years. So
Nice.
if you've bought a leather leash collar or anything harnessed from Ray Allen in the last 37 years, he was the one that made it.
I think the only thing we've gone from you is a tab.
Okay.
That's the only leather thing.
Still made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe tugs,
Yeah.
but leather-wise than that.
Yeah, I don't think there's any leather on our tugs. That we got these guys.
Yeah. But yeah, he's been doing that forever. On this wall right here, we have some of the stuff that's still involved in it, but this is a lot of the Vietnam era equipment. There's a bunch of photos of like dogs on the boats that were coming off and everything like that, and they're all wearing like this harness and this muzzle, and it's pretty cool to see that kind of history. So
that distinctly reminds me of all my Molly gear that I was issued.
Yeah.
That was all Vietnam era.
Right,
It had that exact color of leather.
100%. Yep. Yeah, it's been like that for a lot of years. So now, I mean, the military still buys it because they got NSNs on it.
Okay.
But
I guess it's a lot easier if you already have a part number.
Right. In all honesty, you know, the upgrade, the
new stuff's
technology,
probably better.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, you know, a bandolier from Vietnam versus a Ronin Tactics belt. You know, it's like, we know, you know, it is definitely progressed. And then over here is what we call the cloth department. They do everything from the bite suits to the sleeves to the bigger things because the machines are these open arm machines.
Okay.
So you can get a lot more material under. So when you're building sleeves and you're building like the soft sleeve that she's got over there, or like, you know, this is one
As part of the
part of a pant.
Yeah.
You know, so they build all that out here. So at the end of the day, anything that was done production-wise gets stacked here. We have a team of QC operators that go through everything. Because of the stuff that our equipment does, jumping out of helicopters with dogs, stuff like that, they check every stitch, everything, making sure it's good. If it's not, we either pull it and rip it apart and take the parts and then make a new one.
Yeah.
Or it goes into a blend pile, and a blend pile we take to shows, I give out to people. People can have, because it might be like a fanny pack that has like the stitching didn't
quite line up perfectly.
Yeah, 100%.
It's still serviceable, but it's not
completely
to y'all
functional,
standards.
right? But we're just not going to sell it. So, Ray Allen is kind of the umbrella of multiple different companies. So Ray Allen is at the top. We have another company called J&J Dog Supplies. J&J is like the agility equipment for the AKC.
Okay.
So that is made over there. So that's all the plastics department is what we call that. So they make all like the jumps and the tunnels and all of that stuff is over there in that section. We have a company called Peak by Ray Allen, which is a adventure kind of gear company. So lightweight, still like functional, just not tactical.
Gotcha.
So it's all the stuff that like I wanted when I was like out and search and rescue and like that kind of thing, that I got into like working dogs, and it was like I need to tack my dog out as hard as possible, where like now I have an Aussie and I'm like I need nothing on him, you know, and so we wanted to make a company that was like for those people, the ones that are serious about hiking, serious about running, serious about being outdoors. This is our warehouse over here. I spaced one more. We actually just acquired another company, which is called Atlas Pet Supply. No, that's wrong. Atlas Outfitters. You got to cut the pet supply part. So Atlas Outfitters, it is dock diving equipment. So dock diving and floatable dumpers, and water dog things for retriever dogs. So we just acquired her about 2 months ago.
Nice.
The owner's still part of the company. We brought her on with it, so she can continue like with her dream on what she's making. And it's pretty awesome.
Is that like the float toys?
Yeah. So like, you're good. So you know, things like just bumpers and everything like that, and bumpers that have the rubberized core to it, so it floats. And it's Atlas right now is pretty much all customized, so you can like send your dog's name. That will be pressed onto the bumper, and then that gets shipped out to the dog. So yeah, so we got a couple different companies that are involved in the Ray Allen umbrella. So
who do we know who does dog diving?
Catherine and Ella. Ella's thinking about getting into it, but Diane.
Yeah, and I know one of Dhole's litter mates' moms does it as well. So okay.
Yeah, and we can take a couple bumpers for them and let them see it and see if they like them.
Cool.
You know, so. And then over here is the warehouse. We have roughly about 45 to 5,000 products that are sold out of just this warehouse. That does not include things that we drop ship from companies. We do drop ship a pretty good amount, things like kennels, some e-collar companies drop ship. The scent.
How about your Herm Sprenger stuff? Is that in-house?
That is all in-house.
Okay.
Yeah. We are a major Herm Sprenger seller. We get a lot of that. So probably take you to about here, just because it's
G14 classified.
No, it's just all product and it's all in boxes.
Yeah,
it doesn't look any different from this.
It starts looking like the set of Indiana Jones.
100%. Yeah. If we can do